There you are. Hello. This is Professor John Galaska, professor for Antioch University, concerning my research methods class. First week, you had an assignment to read Chapter 1 of Graviterium Forzano, the 4th edition. Chose that 4th edition because it seemed to be there were enough used copies available to make it a cheap option for you. And actually, research methods texts don't change all that much from year to year. So I thought everything that was in the text was applicable. That's why we're using that older edition. At any rate, you were supposed to read Chapter 1. Some of you might not have had an opportunity to get the text yet. And for that reason, I have sent an email blast out to everyone in the class with a list of key terms on page 36 that I would like you to use your own resources, or the book, if you have it, great. Use your own resources to look up the meaning of those terms and be ready to discuss some of those, especially the methods for defining or determining truth. You might want to think about a time where you used a method for determining truth that did not work out so well for you. And have that example ready to share on the first class. Also, I want to introduce you to something that is not covered in the first chapter of the book, and that is the null hypothesis versus the alternative or research hypothesis. Statistics has a rather unique set of vocabulary, and for that reason many of the terms have to simply be memorized. And I know that's rather dry, so I do apologize for that aspect of it. However, there are some things that you simply have to know and understand in order to get a handle on some of this stuff. The null hypothesis is one of them. I'm hypothesizing that this video will encourage students to prepare for class. I've made an observation that if you do videos on a regular basis, students seem to show up at class a little bit more prepared to discuss the material that was assigned beforehand. So I've made some observations. I've made an hypothesis. The hypothesis is simply this. If I produce a video for my students regarding an aspect of something to be discussed in class, they will arrive at class more prepared and we will have more discussion. That's my research hypothesis, or sometimes called the alternative hypothesis. Now, in statistics, we do not work with that version of the hypothesis in